Hey, you guys. All right, today is April 21st. I am at the planetary hour of Mercury on Sun's day. All right, so Sun is in Taurus, Mercury is in Aries. That energy right there can be seen definitely as kind of like a semi square, being that they're at a farther degree from each other. Um, the moon is in Libra. All right, and I pulled a pre-spread here, and I'm looking at the Sabian symbol for, what is it? Pisces at 23 degrees. All right, and I was looking definitely at like Mars in Pisces. And in my pre-spread, it came out in reverse, which is Mars and Pisces energy, the 10 of Cups. All right. I read it out. It speaks about a spiritist phenomena. A spiritist phenomena, excuse me. It says the price of living is dying. Whatever we do passionately puts us in harm's way. Notice how people suffer and live in confusion. Our minds grasp on the nature of reality that is the blend of the intuitive and the taught. And if we want to establish the truth of our unique take on life, then we have to substantiate that what we think or feel is true. In the new age, there are many hopeful people yearning for a new way forward and ready to grasp at straws, believing in absurdities and trusting their untested intuition to an unrealistic change. It says, such blind faith has more to do with blindness than faith. There are more charlatans and fools than there are wise and honest teachers and healers, and even the sincere leaders may not be fully awakened and be missing various pieces of the jigsaw. The real ones are typified by their willingness to serve, often expanding significantly of the vital energies. So the minute that I seen like the price of living is dying, it kind of blew me away, because it's like the price of living is literally dying, right? Like, we are meant to be wise teachers. We are meant to go on journeys, right? But all of that for what? For us to end up dying, right? But we have to work so hard in order to get there. Although our happiness is always withheld, right? So here we are on a journey trying to come into the next stage after we work really hard, which is the Nine of Pentacles, to only end up forced to live in poverty. All right. And here is where the balance comes in. All right. There was something specific when I pulled this card that I saw in the actual spread here. Hold on, let me find it. I don't know, something about like the such blind faith has to do with blindness than faith. I don't know, almost like we're blind to what we are already dealing with here. So weird, this spread. Because I've never actually done a spread to actually understand it in that way up until I read the Sabian symbol for Mars and Pisces. All right, at 23 degrees specifically. Where is it right now? It's like 22 degrees. Sorry. Mars, 23 degrees and 13 minutes. For some reason, I pulled the 23 degree of Pisces, and that's what I was getting. Like, this is what we're dealing with. Like, we work so hard, right, to be the wise teachers, only to die in the end. All right, when overall our happiness is always withheld, no matter what. And even if we set on a new journey to look for happiness, we always come up with the energy of being in the lack, having to budget, having to manage, and be adaptable to the changes that always come through, right? So this is the moon in Libra. That's what that Queen of Swords energy is giving me. Let me just look up what degree I have the moon at here. 9 degrees is where we're heading to, with Libra's moon. So 3 old masters hanging in an art gallery. Yeah, I've read this one before. The chain of transmission. Higher knowledge is passed from one teacher to the next throughout history, keeping alive an unbroken, evolving tradition. Chain of transmission. The spiritual path is well trod, and our journey is to realization, or our journey to realization is not more than our own take on a very definite formula. This formula is as old as time, and its mysteries are passed down the ages by masters. The essential secret is hidden within the number 3. Through meditation, observation, and participation, we can discover that secret. This gives us the possibility and duty to reseed what we've seeded before, so take on an aspect of the role of creator. All right, so something about like manifesting your own way to teach. I kind of got the same message the other day where it was like, we're taught by those that have experienced before us, but here we are learning in a different way to teach those that are ahead of us. So, or those that come behind us, should I say. All right. It's interesting that spread came out that way, and that was exactly how the Sabian symbol expressed it. All right, so the chain of transmission and higher knowledge is passed from one teacher to the next throughout history, keeping alive an unbroken, evolving tradition. All right. Let's see what this is all about. I got Taurus in the 6th house with the North Node here. Sun, Moon, Rising, Sagittarius. So that's all about higher knowledge. I just pulled a spread for Sag last night. I can't even remember what the reading was about. That's insane. Let's keep going. Has to be significant. So maybe whoever has Libra in, what's that, Sag's house, the 9th house, that could be an Aquarius. All right. Or I'm getting Libra as well in the 12th house, so that can be a Sun, Moon, Rising, Scorpio. All right, Sun, Moon, Rising, Aquarius, and or Sun, Moon, Rising, Scorpio for this reading is what I'm getting. There's a heavy significance on Taurus's energy right now because the Sun is in Taurus, and we just had the conjunction of Jupiter and Uranus last night, late last night. All right, so the North Node, which is obviously where the Sun has already crossed over, it's leading us towards our destiny. All right, so working with our creative minds to teach is kind of what I'm getting. All right, that's the way that we're meant to be of service to others and expressing what we truly value here in the spiritual world. I don't know why I'm getting that, but it started off with the energy of the Hermit. Right away, I was thinking of like you tapping in with your wise counsel, having to go deep into spiritual, like a journey, you know. Interesting. Knight of Swords. Six of Wands. Three of Wands. I'm not sure exactly what Spirit means by this, but I'm getting like a very fast moving energy where publicly people can definitely be interested, whereas if they have not known before, they would be uninterested. So it's almost like someone that's very intelligent, someone that's being very fast forward with the energies of what needs to be known, being the one to put the word out there, but others needing to be intrigued in order to pull them in. That's what I'm getting. Could be those that are in discontent or experiencing some sort of loss emotionally. And then we have Judgment down at the bottom. That's interesting. I guess I'm going to put that back because I kind of flipped out like that. I didn't want to go there. All right. So I guess it's being pulled into the energy of an ascension. Only be brought back down to hell, I feel. I'm telling you, it's crazy. Wow. 5 of Cups, to only be disappointed in the end. I'm telling you. being the energy of regret, loss, and sorrow, and having to experience where we have to just start over and over and over again towards something that's actually going to make us feel happier. It's almost like climbing a mountain and coming back down, climbing a mountain and coming back down. That's what I'm getting. Like when you get to the top tower, you experience the loss, you walk away from something, you start manifesting again towards your, it's giving me like round and round. 4 of Wands and the Sun, back to the Sun in Aries, where we then gain our strength again and come back again with the same process, right? Initiation season. What do you want to initiate? What do you show potential for? It's kind of giving me like, how can you utilize the energy of creativity at this time with the Sun in Taurus? With Venus in Aries, it's almost like, you know, that's the 4 of Wands energy. You should be focusing in on celebration at this time. 6 of Cups. I'm getting heavy passion. The 6 of Cups is the energy of an inheritance. All right, something that you are meant to express out to others, to kind of draw them in with the message of something passionate. Kind of gives me like something very intimate in which they will not experience unless someone told them about it. So maybe this is the cycle of us becoming teachers to then teach someone else. But again, it's a round and round thing. I teach, you learn, you teach. Round and round. The 5 of Wands to the Empress and the Chariot. I feel every time it does come back around, it does get better and better. Because then we know how to deal with the challenges. We know how to pick what battles to deal with and what not to deal with. So that we can come on the other side successful in whatever it is that we're teaching. King of Wands energy. This doesn't necessarily have to be spiritual. It is a journey. But I'm getting spiritual because it started off with the Hermit. The Hermit is the wise, you know. It's giving me the wise counsel. Although that may be seen as the Hierophant as well. But you have to go within before you can teach. You know what I mean? It's like counseling yourself first. But still having to learn from others. Because who's there to guide you are your guides. Yeah. Starts off like very immature, where you actually have to plan what your next step would be. High Priestess. And tap into the energy of your intuition. That's when I feel Spirit will come in and start collaborating with you. 3 of Pentacles. Alright. What's that? Wow. You're not meant to fight the energy of the wise counsel, though. 7 of Wands, 7 of Swords, Hierophant. We just saw the Emperor, the High Priestess on the bottom, right? Maybe something's meant to be kept hidden. Oh my, what was that? It jumped directly to the Queen of Pentacles as I did that. Alright, Page of Swords, 9 of Swords, 3 of Cups. Whoa. I don't know what's going on with these cards. They don't want to stay in my hand. Oh my gosh. This is kind of freaking me out a little bit. I feel like overall, where if you tend to fight it, the 7 of Swords, the 7 of Wands to the Hierophant, you then create some sort of illusion around the state of I'm getting comfortability with the process kind of deal. Because then you put yourself into a state of anxiety, stress, and or worries where it's meant for you to actually celebrate on the other side of it. But I feel that because we go round and round and round and round, we never get to really experience the happiness, because this is the way it came out. And for some reason, it told me the only card that came in reverse was the Mars and Pisces energy. And I'm like, I have to look at that degree. 23 degrees. It's crazy. All right, let me just start this reading again. I don't know what that was all about. All right, but I just read it out to you guys. 22 degrees of Mars in Pisces. Okay. Sometimes I don't even know if I'm speaking of the right stuff, because again, I'm learning just as well, but I'm also teaching at the same time. So it's like I don't know if I'm even, you know, on the right path with what I'm saying. But I feel like Spirit will correct me when it's due. So, not sure. Can I get a little bit more into detail with the astral? And again, when I feel I don't understand something, you guys, I always refer to astrology, which is something that I actually can relate more to. I felt that I was being challenged just now to understand what this energy is speaking of. All right, so this could be Jupiter, all about your expansion, your growth. All right, this could be part of the wisdom and the knowledge that you hold. All right, and then Jupiter's energy is where the whole conjunction with Uranus happened last night. So I feel that there could be a sense of making things feel 10 times bigger than what it really is. All right, but it does speak again about, you know, abundance and prosperity that's meant to come in. Okay, but I'm speaking of Sagittarius' energy here, so Jupiter being very significant to the reading. All right, it's kind of giving me where has a lot to do with spirituality, belief systems, philosophies. All right, if it's pertaining to long distance travel, I'm getting anything pertaining to just higher knowledge as well. All right, Vesta, spirituality. Thank you, Spirit. All right, so Vesta right now being in Cancer, I feel that there's this inner spark of needing to heal. All right, the Vesta card can speak about being in the comfortability of whatever sparks you from within. All right, so whether that is your spirituality, whether that is a creative project, whether that is, this could be again about teaching. All right, I just don't like the fact that this one speaks about like having the price of living is dying. What was that? The opposition. So Jupiter and Taurus in the opposition of what in Scorpio? There's really nothing. But if we think about the energy and what Jupiter rules, we have Sagittarius, Pisces, that's Virgo, Gemini. So I'm kind of getting the energy of, could be a heavy deal with asteroids. I don't know, for some reason I'm getting that. In Sagittarius is Pallas. All right. Vesta just stepped out of Gemini and went into Cancer, whereas the opposition of where Vesta is in Cancer right now is touching base on the opposition with Capricorn, and Sirius is in Capricorn. So the asteroid of parenting, nurturing, agriculture, as well as of self-care, and then the Pallas obviously is of wisdom and knowledge. So there seems to be a review there within those energies. Something heavy on the Cancer though. So the Vesta in Cancer, heavy pertaining to, I don't know, immersing your emotional self. That's what's activated right now. Vesta is the asteroid, again, of spirituality. It is not in retrograde at this time though. I'm going to pull that before I forget about it. Alright, so Vesta in Cancer. Let me just look up this energy, guys, because I like to give as much information as possible. Oh, I see. So Vesta in Cancer says they'll make great sacrifices for domestic bliss. Such gestures can include moving to an affordable area that's a long way from work or breaking away from their biological family to marry their dream partner. Interesting. So that could be of significance because, again, we spoke about Jupiter and how it was like you wanting to expand and distant travel. All right. So maybe having to step out of the energy of your comfortability, although that sparks your inner healing and your comfortability, there's the sacrifice of needing to move. So the opposition is giving me go away. Okay. Hold on, guys, because I feel it's mighty dark in here. There we go. All right. So I don't know, guys. I know I look a hot mess. It's Sunday. Listen. I just felt like, let me jump on and get this done. All right, so the sun, something about yes, like it's time. Interesting. So this has a lot to do with like home, mothering, nurturing, being extra gentle and caring and compassionate and like expressing the energy of just love. But there's an abundance of it at this time. But I feel like there's, you know, confrontation. Interesting. So maybe because Venus is currently in Aries at its detriment, like Venus wants to express love, right? I feel once Venus steps into Taurus, it'll be like the perfect energy, and that happens on April 29th. So it'll step right into its own home sign, you know, where it wants the love, it will receive it. If it's pertaining to finances, it will receive it. If it has anything to do with confidence and having to do with like beauty and like anything pertaining to the luxurious things in life and just expressing the energy of your self-esteem being, you know, at its height, it's going to happen then. April 29th is on what day? It's on Moon's Day. You see what I'm saying? So it may be like that Cancer energy would, interesting, because the moon will be in Capricorn that day in the opposition of the energy in which we're speaking about. So again, where I just said Sirius is in Capricorn, we're speaking about the energy of like parenting, nurturing, agriculture, self-care, right? And Sirius is actually the ruling asteroid to Taurus because it speaks about, you know, the food that we eat. All right. Taurus's energy is all about how we cultivate. So it's like fertility, our mothering energies, like that type of stuff. Whew, okay. And is this what I'm speaking of here? Like, interesting. 11th house, Virgo, in conjunction. Square. So in the opposition of where we have Mars, Saturn, and Neptune in Pisces, in which we were first reading about, in the opposition to that is Virgo. Yeah? Virgo, again, the asteroid of Juno is there, which is partnerships and marriage. All right. And I don't know if there's going to be a specific conjunction that happens with, just take a look at something, guys. Let me check and see if I can see what degree Virgo is with this Juno placement. Juno in Virgo. It's at 6 degrees and 19 minutes. Interesting. So if we're speaking about these specific asteroids, it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4. Interesting. So Virgo to Pallas in Sagittarius could be of significance. Two mutable energies, both of them at 6 degrees. All right, looks like Juno is a little bit ahead, but Juno at this time is, I believe, in retrograde. Let me double check. Juno may have went direct already. I believe it did. Yeah, it went direct. Or it will go to, oh, that's what happens. Duh, Jazz. Okay. So Juno went direct today. All right, or it goes direct today at 10:58 p.m. Okay, Spirit is onto something with me here. I don't know what this is all about, but maybe something pertaining to the conjunction of Pallas and not Pallas and not the conjunction. I'm thrown off here, you guys. Something about the conjunction with Jupiter and Uranus happening. All right, something about what's happening here with Juno going direct today's energy. And then the 11th house for Sagittarius, that's going to be Libra's energy. Moon in Libra, hello. Listen, I can go all day in my head about what this is giving me, but I'm giving, or it's giving me heavy on the asteroid energy today. All right, let me look at the transits. Okay, so when we speak about conjunctions, Venus and Aries we did see down at the bottom of the deck, and we also saw the card in the Astro deck. In the Tarot deck, the Four of Wands and the conjunction of Chiron and Aries healing. The energy of the Sun squaring over to Pluto in Aquarius, and then we have the Moon that's trining to Pluto with sesquiquadrats over to Uranus and Jupiter in Taurus. I feel this spread is speaking about asteroid energy. I'm getting Jupiter, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising Sag is what we're speaking about. Pallas is in Sagittarius. Vesta is in Cancer in opposition to Sirius in Capricorn. All right, if I think of what's happening here with the energies of what degrees are touching what, then we're speaking about, hold on a second, a trine in between, at 6 degrees there would be a trine in which Juno just went direct today at 6 degrees, and Pallas being at 6 degrees. Something about a partnership and or a marriage pertaining to wisdom and knowledge is what I'm getting with this energy. I think I know what I'm talking about. All right, that's interesting because there's Pallas. Let me pull Juno and the energy of 120 degrees apart, which is a trine. Let me read it out to you guys. I don't know why I'm being told to do this, but I feel like I know what I'm saying. Okay. Pallas, named for the Roman goddess Pallas, the asteroid, also referred to as Pallas Athena, represents wisdom, creative intelligence, and reason. When she appears in your reading, you can't help it. You guys, I'm so sorry. Mercury's still retrograde, and I'm really getting pissed off with this, but it's been like bothering me all day. I've been trying to read and I can't. All right. Named for the Roman goddess Pallas, this asteroid, also referred to as Pallas Athena, represents wisdom, creative intelligence, and reason. Where she appears in your chart can help you understand how you seek knowledge and solve problems. Pallas is also associated with warfare and can indicate where you take matters into your own hands, creating a plan of action around major life-changing opportunities. All right. Juno, on the other hand, in Roman mythology, Juno is the devoted wife of Jupiter. Thank you. So I'm like, what does this have to do with anything? Juno, wife of Jupiter, all right, being in a trine over to where it's sitting in the sign of Virgo, which is the Virgin Mary. Ruled by Mercury, by the way, but let's not even go into that. It says here, and Queen of the Universe. All right, so wife of Jupiter and Queen of the Universe. In astrology, this asteroid represents intimate relationships, marriage, commitment, and partnership, along with all complexities that come with interpersonal relationships, including jealousy and infidelity. Look to Juno in your chart to see which zodiac sign it's transiting for clues on whom you should be with and the attributes you might be looking for in a strong relationship. So I'm getting the energy of spiritual relationships being of significance. Stepping back to the energy of what we just read, the price of living is dying. Whatever we do passionately puts us in harm's way. Notice how people suffer and live in confusion. So if you're passionate about spirituality, then it's almost, again, you having a balance, right? Gosh. Something about higher knowledge and how it's passed from one teacher to the next throughout history, keeping alive an unbroken, evolving tradition. And I feel like the transits, they all take place for a specific energy. Anyway, let's speak about the energy of the trine in between the two at 6 degrees. All right, so a trine aspect occurs when two planets or points are 120 degrees apart from each other in the birth chart. This major aspect indicates a harmonious, stimulating relationship between two bodies and brings out creativity, love, and overall an easier time. A trine occurs between celestial bodies that share the same element. For example, if you have your sun sign in Scorpio, a water sign, and your moon sign is in Cancer, another water sign, these planets will be considered a water trine to each other. But because we're speaking about Pallas being in Sagittarius to Juno being in the energy of Virgo, these are two mutable trines. Okay? I hope that makes sense. Oh, God. I hope that makes sense. So we're speaking about 1, 2, 3, 4 houses away. That's 120 degrees. Yes. I'm like, please, Jazz, make this right. Like, I'm like, you know what you're talking about, all right? So something about this energy and what we are experiencing pertaining to the heavier transits with Jupiter and Uranus conjuncting, all right? I feel the asteroids are actually coming into play here with Juno going direct today, Pallas being retrograde in Sagittarius, all right? Something about the community is coming back together, and it has something to do with spiritual teaching. I'm getting that heavy. Although we're experiencing confrontation right now, the conjunction is actually doing some good here. All right. I also wanted to read the Sabian symbol for Taurus at 3 degrees. So determined effort. It says the path of humble aspirant towards self-fulfillment are seeing the light, determined effort to find the way. Each of us is both passive and active as an agency by which spiritual energies interact with materiality. Our life journey is impactful upon all we touch, and this is reciprocal. We struggle towards fulfillment, all that is within our nature, by exerting ourselves with a humble yet trusting determination. So something about being adaptable, staying optimistic, which is obviously mutable energy, is staying adaptable to the energies, and being optimistic is overall Jupiter. This is like you know, experiencing life as it comes and living day by day. It's kind of what I'm getting. You guys, when I say my head is pounding right now, trying to give this message, because I feel like it's so hard to explain when I'm still learning myself. But I'm sharing. I don't care if it's perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect for me. Alright, if you guys don't understand, then just run it back. Okay, if you want to. Run that shit back. Interesting. So, I'm getting heavy, heavy, heavy asteroid energy here. Heavy. Okay? What's that? Debilitated in second house. Alright, so resources could be debilitated right now. It's just, it is what it is. Alright. I feel like up until Venus taps base with Taurus on the 29th, Mars steps into Aries on the 1st, then we'll go like full body with, like, you know, if you're starting a business, if you are starting a creative project, whatever this is. All right, right now is kind of like the pre-phase of it all, gaining the knowledge about it. Something about when Mars steps into Aries, I'm telling you. All right, and then we have Libra here as well. Spirit goes yeah, I mean, we did read it, the Libra, the chain of transmission, the higher knowledge part about it. All right, so I feel like okay, Spirit goes, things will come back into balance. Got it. All right, so although, you know, so it started back in was it Pisces season that we started experiencing the conjunctions of like Venus and Mars together, and that conjunction would like make an explosion of this whole divine masculine feminine energies. All right. But I feel what this is saying is once we see Venus step in its domicile energy and Mars the day after step in its domicile energy, full blast. It's almost like we're balanced again. You know what I mean? Whereas right now, Mars is uncomfortable, Venus is uncomfortable in both of the signs that they're in. Okay? Okay. That just gave me like a major headache. Crazy. I think sometimes I go deep into my readings and I get so detailed that I don't notice, you know, how much I may be missing a specific point that Spirit wants to point out to me. All right. But again, it says there are more charlatans and fools than there are wise and honest teachers and healers. And even the sincere leaders may not be fully awakened and be missing various pieces of the jigsaw. The real ones are typified by their willingness to serve, often expending significantly of their vital energies. So I feel like I'm giving so much to just this, but trying to prove a point of getting what I'm trying to say across and trying to gather all the information together. All right, I don't know. Let's look at the Moonology energy here. It's almost like if I could build a map, I would be like, oh, I know what I mean. You know what I mean? Maybe I'll do that. I need to get me like a chalkboard or something and use that way to teach because, oh, you guys, I'm telling you, I have to do that. I don't know. It says your commitment is being tested. Obviously, that's the energy. That's the energy. All right. That first quarter moon in Cancer that took place. And here we are getting ready to step into this full moon in Scorpio. It's almost like, yes, you know what I mean? That's what's happening. It's like your commitment is being tested here to understand what's happening. A personal issue reaches resolution. So something about Cancer's energy, first quarter moon in Cancer. So if the new moon obviously was in Aries, it was the solar eclipse, whatever you started back then or whatever you've been setting your intention into here, all right, had to do with some sort of personal issue. And it could have had a lot to do with your insecurities. Again, we're speaking about your inner spark to something that makes you feel passionate and expressing what that is. And your commitment being tested with the first quarter moon energy is like that's where it gains momentum. So continuing on up until it comes to culmination with the full moon energy, and that will be in Scorpio. So Sag, that's going to be interestingly enough in your 12th house of spirituality, in which Jupiter also rules. Okay, yeah, a new start is coming. So the new moon in Taurus could be significant for you. That came out here with the energy of your 6th house. That has a lot to do with being of service to others. All right, the equilibrium of your mind, your body, your spirit has a lot to do with your day-to-day routines. And then obviously with North Node here, we're speaking about what your specific hobby is. That will be your 5th house with Aries. All right. Maybe that's what was being, you know, looked at here. Adjustments are required. And then we go from the first quarter moon to the full moon, and then we're looking at the 3rd quarter moon. That 3rd quarter moon will happen in Aquarius. Interesting. All right, Sag. So Aquarius would be your 3rd house. Yeah. So communication, if it pertains to sharing ideas in a specific way, how you're coming across, are you being understood? All right. Listen, my videos aren't perfect. I'm working with the energies right now, okay? I've literally had the sun square Pluto in my sign today. It's all good. I'm still doing my thing here, all right? So, excuse me, but new moon in Aries, it had to do with me taking action on something, or this is what it is, the energy. It's like, that's where we started, right? New moon in Aries, that was the solar eclipse. Here was the full moon in first quarter moon that happened in Cancer. The new moon energy is here. And now we're speaking about third quarter moon that's coming up. All right, so these are all significance, guys. I feel like it has a lot to do with, I'm getting water energy here, interesting enough. With Cancer coming out first quarter moon, full moon in Scorpio, and then just kind of gaining back to the intellectual side of it. All right, it says that's where the adjustment is going to be required, like pretty much stepping out of that water element and back into the energy of the mindset. Could be. All right, if we were speaking about that, my nose is so itchy. If we're speaking about the asteroids, then again, this is the asteroids working with the transits to bring the energy back into balance. You know what I mean? So when it comes to spirituality, to knowledge, to partnerships in marriage, to self-care, to being more abundantly nurturing, like that type of energy. I'm just kind of getting like things will come back into place. I don't know if I'm saying what I'm supposed to be saying here. I feel a little bit weird, but that's what I'm getting. All right. I don't know, something about hold your vision. We're in fixed season now, officially, with this full moon in Scorpio, and then stepping into that last quarter moon in Aquarius. Yeah, something having to do, I'm telling you, something having to do with the energy of that eclipse. Whew. I'm sorry, you guys. This normally happens if I feel like I'm channeling a lot. My nose goes crazy. What am I doing? Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, what do I pull now? We are with the moon in Libra. I would love to touch base, with this last energy of, well, not the last, but with this cardinal energy with the moon. All right, let's see. So anytime the moon is in an air sign, it's a time to be like, I feel social and to start communicating, right? Let me see how they explain it here. It says increased sociability. That's what they say. Okay. So when we're speaking about Libra's energy, that's relationships. That is partnerships, contracts. All right. Looking into the details of things. Just kind of getting like more romantic energy pertaining to love. Even to like intimacy, which could be spiritually. Okay. Oh my goodness. What the hell came out in the reading speaking about clover? I just read something about clover and it comes out. It says good fortune, creativity, abundance, and it says potential for overexcitement. What was that? Here it goes. It's the sun in Taurus. The Sabian symbol for the Taurus at 3 degrees was steps up to a lawn blooming with clover. I'm not kidding, you guys. Look. Let's see if I can get it. I'll show you what it looks like. And determined effort. I feel like it doesn't have to be perfect. Sabian symbol steps up to a lawn blooming with clover, and it says determined effort, the path of humble aspirant towards self-fulfillment after seeing the light, determined effort to find the way. Right? So I'm about that. All right. And again, it had to do with hopefulness. We need to be both optimistic and adaptable. All right. So it's giving me optimistic Sag, adaptable, mutable energy. Who's there? Palace. Wisdom and knowledge. That's trining over to the energy of Juno in Virgo that just went direct today, or will be going direct today, later tonight. Okay, that's what I'm getting here. So something pertaining to your creativity and abundance. And again, we just seen Jupiter come out with the energy of abundance. All right, so it's giving me your spiritual abundance. Holy shiznix. What is going on with this energy? Willow. flexible and adaptability. I'm telling you, learning from adversity and adaptation. It's clearly saying what it's saying here, guys. I'll read this out real quick. It says, self-realization is the outcome of both spontaneity and restraint, and we see in the image of wild clover in a manicured lawn as easy juxtaposition. Something, I don't know what that means. Hold on, guys, because I hate when I'm reading something I don't even know what the hell that word means. The fact of two things being seen or placed come together with contrasting energies or effects. Okay, interesting. Juxtaposition. I don't know what the hell that means. Okay, hold on, let me go back. All right, so it says self-realization is the outcome of both spontaneity and restraint, and we see in the image of wild clover in a manicured lawn an easy juxtaposition of both, each enhancing the magnetism of the other. The steps up the steps up speak give yourself a minute, guys. Count to 7, because you're gonna lose your shit. Fuck you, Mercury. Okay. The steps up speak to us of our hope of attainment. Okay, who we are is a matter of choice, specifically the series of innumerable selections that we have made since birth. In this image, we are reminded that it is especially meaningful if we choose our lives to be aligned both with our sense of good order and our appreciation of wild natural beauty. Something about Venus, you guys. Oh my God. Okay, most helpful and possibly the ultimate wisdom is the attainment as an everyday condition of the state of optimism. The danger with this is to fall prey to silly idealism and practice a self-indulgent disregard of practical considerations and irresponsible beliefs in the glamour of the fantastic. Yet, with such a certain optimistic attitude to life, every facet of our experience can be seen to have its own charm and logic. Since we constantly expect and fully appreciate good things, then good things are attracted to us. The fruits of life are ours for the taking. Both of these attitudes are powerful and important: expectation and appreciation, because by force of mysterious magnetism, together they attract whatever we truly desire. When I just read desire, it immediately came to mind was Mars. Mars and Pisces. Your spirituality is what you desire. I don't know immediately. I feel like I need to cry. I'm going to stop for a second. Okay. What the fuck was that about? Okay. Stop, Jazz. Get your shit together. All right. Hold on. What? I don't listen. Okay. Okay. Here is Lily of the Valley. So this one says careful considerations, looking beneath the surface, opportunities, and having the courage to be bold. I'm telling you, you guys, it's not easy trying to teach spirituality. All right. Whatever this is. I don't know. I don't even know what this is for me yet. It's a journey. Okay. It's a journey. Feverfew, which is the fall energy, protection, bitterness, and self-preservation. All right, so this is nurturing and supporting others. I'm telling you guys, like, so again, it's speaking about being hopeful, being both optimistic and adaptable to changes, and these are the natural steps that's leading to a lawn of clover in bloom. All right, so if this has to do with your wisdom and your knowledge and the energy of your determined effort, okay, I don't know. I feel it always puts us in harm's way, though, because again, Mars in Pisces, the price of living is dying. The very first card that came out was the fucking Hermit card. The price of living is dying. No matter how hard you work, we're all gonna die. The whole purpose of us being here is to teach, to learn and to teach. Okay. All right. Whew. Where am I at? 50 minutes? Oh my gosh, you guys. I'm so sorry. I don't even feel like I gave a good reading, but I think I did because I'm literally about to be in tears. The hell? Okay. Ew. Stop. Okay. Just a few more cards on whatever this is. There's Saturn and Pisces, the Devil. The Ten of Pentacles. And there's the Two of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. Alright, so again, this is asking us to be adaptable to the changes that are happening right now. Emotionally, walking away from what no longer serves us. Alright, which is the energy of negative attachments, the Devil, and stepping into stability. This could be whatever the energy of your environment is, whether that's your spiritual environment or I'm meaning community. Okay. This could be your family. This could be you moving away, okay, from toxic energies and stepping into the energy of the Ten of Pentacles. All right, living a very happy, abundant life and adapting to those changes. Knight of Swords could be coming in very quickly. Interesting. Seven of Swords with the Queen of Pentacles to the Emperor. If you've been strategizing on how to build a business, I feel like it's right around the fucking corner for you. That's insane. If you've been strategizing how to build a business, it's coming. Wow. I'm telling you guys. Wow. Yeah. I feel like your investments are literally about to bloom, baby. The clover energy, I'm telling you. You have so much good luck behind you right now. I feel like you've been held back for a while. You've been going through transformation after transformation, and I went through that energy. It's like a cycle. All right, and you've been really strong throughout the whole process. Look at these energies and the way it came out, all majors. You got the Hangman, the Death card, and the Strength card. Amazing. Yeah, Six of Pentacles. Your gift is on its way. Yeah. Your gift is on its way. I'm telling you. That's crazy. This is Aquarius's energy, and I actually had pulled up the Sabian symbol for Aquarius as well. I'll read that one out to you guys before I go. All right, so it says a deserter from the Navy. It says Aquarius at 3 degrees, refusal to accept the unacceptable. Certain of society's constraints and requirements are simply inappropriate for us, and we cannot and must not comply. Refusing to comply with inappropriate authority. Refusal to comply with inappropriate authority. We will walk away from that shit so fast. And if you are meant to build your own business right now and you've planted your seeds, it's going to grow. You've been held up in the past. There's an ending to that. You've been really strong and your gift is coming in. That's the message, you guys. I'm telling you now. It says whatever can endure on the inner planes withstands all that comes. This ability to face life head on and meet all things without buckling under is earned, not gifted. It inevitably requires that the individual must go against society and its norms and rules in order to find their own unique true path. You guys, that's crazy. That's crazy. It comes up under defiance. It says, unless we create our own loyalties, the future appears shallow and pointless. What did I just say? The price of living is dying. Crazy. I hope you guys got from that what I got from it. Don't give up. I feel that's the message. Do not give up. You're not meant to. No matter what you do will always put you into harm's way. It's about you staying on the long haul, right? Staying focused, gaining the wisdom and the knowledge that you need, and sharing that information with others and inspiring others to be just as optimistic as you. It's crazy. A lot of people fear stepping into the energy of spirituality, but I feel it's such a great place. All right. What the hell is going on over there? I hear like snoring. What the hell? Whew, okay. Let's see what we have out of the spirit crystal for today. And again, I apologize for looking a hot mess, but it's Sunday and I don't give a shit. All right. Maybe Spirit's message with the Astro Dice was stating, you know, I'm getting the energy of the Six of Pentacles. Taurus, all right, came out, 6th house. That's giving me the 6 of Pentacles. It's the moon in Taurus energy, North Node. But it's also kind of giving me, if you were waiting for a gift, waiting for your ships to come in, it's kind of giving me that as well. Right? It's right on its way. North Node energy. Like, you're part of your purpose now. Achieving self-mastery and inner power. Recovering your sense of self. I'm telling you. Alright. So, sensitivity, gentleness, empathy, compassion, the gift of vulnerability, and self-forgiveness. All has to do with self. I'm telling you, what was this? Aquarius's reading when it was speaking about how you were meant to inspire others, but it all started with self. And watermelon tourmaline, seeing perfection in the moment, basking in the bliss of just being, natural joy, and a peaceful heart. 38, 46, and 58 are the numbers. So 38 is Numite. Numite feels sacred, carrying the vibration of the wise elder or the teacher. When we are ready, this stone will assist us in diving down into the very depths of self in order to unearth and reclaim the lost or buried parts of us. It encourages us to embrace and integrate the neglected pieces of who we are, step into our power, and once again know ourselves as the perfect beings we have always been. Notice how I feel so much relieved right now. I was able to read through that like I normally would. Weird. 46. The way spirit works, I'll tell you. Okay, Morganite is a gentle heart-cleansing stone that is valuable when we wish to release old patterns, wounds, and blockages that are obstacles to loving relationships with others. Meditation with this stone allows the connection to divine love, which eases fear of vulnerability and allows us to be open to receive love from others and from spirit. Interesting. 58. Watermelon tourmaline gently grounds while stimulating the heart. Meditation with the stone allows us to be present in the moment. It brings in a feeling of gratitude and helps us understand that life is precious and perfect in every moment, regardless of what is happening around us. I love you guys. I'm leaving the reading there.